Hello, today we are in Balsall Heath, Birmingham, on a sunny Sunday afternoon to explore the Old Print Works. The Old Print Works was originally called J.H. Butcher's Transfer Manufacturers, a family business who moved to the premises in 1909. This Edwardian building was listed Grade 2 in 2006.
Hi.
Hey,
Hello!
come on. What are you doing?
We to go to the festival, the exhibition.
All right. You come to go to the exhibition. Great.
Yes.
Well, if you wait a second,
Okay.
We'll be with you in a second.
Okay. Pioneering and at the forefront of printing techniques, J.H. Butcher specialized in everything from transfer for vehicles and sports equipment to ceramic transfers before the decline of the printing industry. For years, the skilled artists were hired from the Moseley School of Art located next door. J.H. Butcher Print has been converted in the Old Print Works, a thriving community that believes in mutual skill sharing and in the transformative power of making and creativity. They provide studio, meeting rooms, exhibition, event, and co-working space. They promote creative and cultural activity and are founder members of Balsall Heath Second Saturday, a monthly mini-festival. They also organize events throughout the year to showcase the different artists, makers and community organizations that are based at the Old Print Works, and the summer fair organized on the 17th and 18th of July 2021 was one of them. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello. We are coming for the festival, the exhibition.
The exhibition? Which exhibition? Okay, yeah, so loads of different things happening in the building today.
Okay.
If you want to talk to somebody about all the different things, there's a geezer just at the front there on the table, yeah? So yeah, we've got an exhibition done by local young kids in B12, and we run a cafe that supports all the work that we do. We've got loads of workshops happening in August, doing den building. We've got Minecraft cafes, all sorts of different things. Feel free to have a look around. If you've got any questions about the space, feel free to ask me. There's an upstairs as well, feel free to go check that out as well, the rest of the building. Yeah.
Okay.
Any questions?
Thank you very much. The ground floor showcases an exhibition by local young people. This exhibition shares photographic self-portraits created by local young people in response to the questions, who am I really? What does it mean to be me in this time and place? As part of Me, Here, Now, a creative project devised and delivered by The Gap. The project brought together a group of 10 young people with connections to Balsall Heath to explore their identities and how these can be represented through making and taking images of the self. Using the selfie as a starting point, they explored different ways that people have used photography as a tool to represent themselves. These young people explored Balsall Heath, capturing images of themselves in places that are important to them, and immersed themselves in an exhibition of self-portraits created during the first lockdown. With the help of local photographer Hassan Said, they learned technical skills in how to use camera phones, DSLR cameras, and photo editing software. And local artist Asiba Ali led a session where they experimented with various photo-based art methods such as collage. The Old Print Works is quite old. It was built in the early 20th century. When John Herbert Butcher and Company was established in 1896, it was one of the only few printers in England specializing in transfers. They moved to the premises on Moseley Road in 1909, and the factory was called Solito Works. By 1913, the company employed over 100 workers. By 1915, the company had offices in Manchester, Moscow, New York, and Paris. Their motto was, "Tell the world who made it with purchase transfers." A massive strike at Wapping in 1986 led to litho printers being on strike for a long time. Litho printing declined after this, and artists were no longer needed at the company as a result. Changes in technology over the decades meant that butchers saw a growing decline in business. Butchers left Moseley Road in 2009, the building became too expensive to run and was sold. The old printworks opened in 2011. This is Deb Day Sewing Room, where you can receive sewing lessons. So are you doing it yourself? Is this something that you do?
So this is my sewing room. So
Okay.
usually I teach people to sew.
Oh, okay.
But this is just like an open weekend, so I've got all my bits and pieces.
So do you know what is this building? Is it what the old print work? What
This is the old print works,
Yes.
and then I rent this space, so this is the sewing room.
Oh, okay. And you sell them? Oh, you sell them.
So
Okay.
yeah, I teach people to sew and then sell bits and pieces.
Oh, okay. And so today is the second day of the exhibition.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've seen a lot of people coming?
Yeah, fair few people been in and
Okay, because I learned about it like this morning.
Oh right. Okay.
Yes, so I was like, I need to come.
Need to come quickly.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's your. So do you have a shop in Birmingham or?
No, I'm just based here.
Okay, so it's a permanent thing here. Ah,
But not
okay.
as a shop, as a sewing school.
Oh,
So
okay.
I do sewing classes usually. Because we've got an open weekend, I've put all my bits and
Ah,
pieces. So no, usually I'm not it's not a sewing school.
okay. Okay, that's interesting.
That's what I was talking about with him.
Hello. Hello. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you. I have a YouTube channel where I explore different parts of Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
And I do also walking tours and different stuff. So yes, I wanted to actually, because I've never been here, so I just took pictures when it was closed during the lockdown. I just took pictures. So I've actually found out this morning that there is a festival exhibition. So I decided, okay, that's my chance to actually find out how this place is.
Yeah. That's this room.
Okay,
Sewing room.
thank you. So you also,
So we're part of a textiles group, aren't we? But we haven't been able to meet because of COVID.
yeah.
So we're doing that again tomorrow.
We are for the first time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm a maker as well, so I just put a small selection of things. So we've been friends for a long time.
Okay.
Sometimes we collaborate, don't we? So I'm a visitor today.
A
A guest.
guest.
Okay. So are you also permanent here? Like, do you
No, I
work
haven't
now?
got no.
Okay.
I've got a full-time job, but I'd love to be able to get a place here. Really. It's a nice space.
Yeah,
Creative.
it's very nice.
Yeah. Do you make art?
No. No, I just make videos. But yeah, I would like to. I find it interesting, like to use different material and creating something with it. I think it's interesting.
It is.
So are you gonna go somewhere else after that? Or is there other places in Birmingham where you exhibit?
else
So
at the moment?
we've got an exhibition in Loughborough at the Sock Gallery in February.
Okay.
And then next year, hopefully, we'll be back in Bristol. And where else do we go? Leicester.
Oh,
Leicester Rose
Yeah.
Field, Bristol, and where do we go?
no, Utoxeter.
Utah.
Okay.
So we usually do 3 exhibitions a year. We used to
Okay.
do the NEC, the NIO,
Yeah.
NEC as well. But
We don't do
hopefully next year we'll be
Yeah.
back.
And how was it so during the lockdown? Were you able to like sell, or was you
You did.
Do you have a
that,
website?
didn't you?
Through lockdown, well, obviously I had to close the classes down, and I was making face masks.
Oh, okay. Is it your face
To
mask?
keep the business going.
Okay. Is it your face pack that you're wearing?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so nice.
Um,
So nice. Oh, that's
so,
cool.
and then when I could open again, I started the classes again.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So it's a full time, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, difficult, but made it.
You get through that.
Yeah,
You have to
that's
find
good.
a way.
Yes, yeah. And it was difficult for everybody, but you have to be creative, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But it was nice meeting
Yeah, really
you.
nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Hello. That's nice. Hello.
One of the other things I've had in the back of my head, I haven't done anything about yet, is not necessarily 3D. Well, it is sort of 3D movement. But what would happen if you got that and then you had one there as well?
By the way, there are 3D weaving machines that really do 3-dimensional weaving, but not in an artistic way, but in a very technical way. I've seen them and they just make compact things with a lot of anchors.
Yeah.
That one, yeah. It's interesting.
Jutta,
Yeah.
is that okay if I film you?
What you filming me now?
Yeah.
I'm getting very conscious.
Okay. So what's your name? I didn't take yours. What's your name?
My name's Ted.
Ted. Okay. So what you do? Are you also working for?
I'm just a weaver.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just,
No, you're really an artist, aren't
I'm
you?
an artist, yes, and I'm using weaving at the moment.
Oh, okay.
At the moment, too.
So do you exhibit like in different places of Birmingham?
I have exhibited, but not recently. That was 2 years ago at the Impact. So before that, but I haven't exhibited for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like a teacher.
Yes, you will. No, it is very conscious. I am very passionate about sustainability. So these are all leftover bits of a leftover bits, yeah, and I collected all the red ones because I feel a bit red at the moment. And you can make very simple fabrics by just joining lots of pieces together, and I think it's effective. And then it probably becomes a quilt or a cushion or something, and that's okay. It could become a dress, but that's a bit, yeah. So yeah, never throw your pieces of fabric away. So you make little ones like that, and then you stick them together, and eventually you have what you need.
So how long have you been doing that?
That specifically, or textiles?
Textiles.
I started basically in 1978.
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Look, I'm being interviewed. Look.
Are you part of the group? No?
They're
Okay.
just friends.
Oh, okay.
Just to disrupt your.
Yeah, before I came to
1978.
a lot of work. Well, I started sort of continue working in the UK. Studied textile design here in the 90s. Ran my business for about 15 years, a textile design business, and then did something totally different, which is okay. That's what I do.
Okay.
And now I'm doing this here because this is a community workshop, and I think it's important that people have access to equipment and knowledge about textiles, and specifically people who may not normally do that. And that's what I do here. Okay?
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go outside for a minute. This is a nice. Have you discussed the coffee downstairs? Just take it really nice. Yeah.
Can you spell your name again to make sure that I...
Jutta.
Okay. Got it.
I can get my friends in, or do you need to do more?
Oh, okay.
I'll be back in a minute. Oh, they have a really.
Hello.
Hello there.
Yes.
That's very charming. Are you watch those people? No. That's the other contributions from people that have a connection to I've got a lot of those.
Are you too?
Yeah, I use it.
Okay, you make videos. What type of videos you
I
make?
make videos sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you post on YouTube?
Sorry?
You post them on YouTube?
No, I just do Instagram reels.
Oh, okay.
Just to promote my art.
Oh, that's yours. Okay. Do you want to speak a bit about it? Because I'm making like a YouTube video
Are you?
about the gap, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, do you want me just to start talking?
Yeah, just freestyle.
Hello, so my name's Elliott, and I paint images of modernist architecture. So if you have a look, there's an example of one of my paintings.
Okay.
And they're done in acrylic paint, and I use masking tape to get all of the really straight lines. And they're just based on real buildings that I like. So this one's in Birmingham, but then I also do the one at the end is in Berlin.
Okay.
And the colourful one at the top there is a building in Amsterdam.
Okay, so you have to travel a lot to get inspiration.
Just wherever I go, wherever
Okay.
I travel to. I don't just go to look at the building. I
Yeah.
go in general.
Have you been to Paris?
Have I been to Paris?
To get inspiration?
Only when I was very small.
Okay.
But I'd like to go again now. Yeah. But obviously
Okay.
it's been quite hard to travel in the last 18 months.
Yeah.
with COVID, but hopefully now with restrictions coming.
Yeah. So that's your name, Elliott Packham.
That's me, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Elliott. Okay. See you. Hello.
Are you Balsall Heath people?
Who?
Are you from Balsall Heath at all?
No, from Moseley.
From
Moseley.
Moseley. Do you know the place is full of Moseley people today?
Yeah.
It's like as though you've got a coach and come down.
Are you from? Where are you from?
Well, originally Balsall Heath. I'm now living in Redditch.
Oh,
But
okay.
I'm on the Balsall Heath local history society committee. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We have members who come before COVID, come to monthly meetings and where there'd be somebody to give a talk on history, not necessarily Balsall Heath.
Okay.
But I, for instance, every month send out a copy of our news gazette to 80 people,
Okay.
you know, so, and that seems to be growing at the moment. But I think the historical, but when the older you get, the more sentimental you are about where you come from, you know, and so it seems to be growing. Yeah. Now that's free of charge, and that's you could follow that around. You could take yourself a walk following that.
Okay.
From time to time, we do a guided tour, and we've got an amateur theatre group attached. So we go on a guided walk, and then we get characters from the past step out. Now, so if you were to cross over the Moser Road and then go down Edward Road,
Okay.
about 200 metres down there, you'll find a police station.
Yeah.
And it's been there since 18 something. And we'd have a chap dressed up in a police uniform, and he would tell us a story behind what's going on,
Okay.
you know, the history of the police station. And then further down, there'd be somebody else, another character come out to explain something about the place that you're looking at, you know.
I would be interested in doing that.
Yeah, we can take about 30 people following us around there. You know.
And so when are you doing it? What's in the next session? I don't.
We haven't got one planned yet. COVID is thrown everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a little tour of the place.
Yeah.
But thank you very much.
Thank you.
So is it?
5 minutes walk.
Yeah.
So who took these pictures? Is it you?
This is all to do with the carnivals.
Oh yeah, the Balsall Heath
There was
Carnival.
a carnival from the mid-70s,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
we haven't done any for 2 years now.
It was always the first Saturday in July. So normally it would have been last Saturday, but
Oh, okay.
we always had a different theme each year, and local organisations would, and the clergymen were allowed to have those, or they'd have a group walking in the procession. And there would be various activities on the side as well, including some sort of game, which I don't know what it is, but
I just realised we only need to close one window because the other one's starting to open. Take a quick look around, see who's doing what. Just look away, can't you?
Hello. That's really nice. Are you okay with the Are you okay with the camera?
yes.
Okay. Because I'm doing a video like I'm gonna post on my YouTube channel
Okay.
on the exhibition.
Sure.
So what's your name?
I'm Melanie.
Melanie.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm from Metallix, and I work in pewter. I work in a soft metal. It's easily embossed. I emboss the metal, and I put a patina on it and polish it up, and then put it on books and on canvases and things.
Okay, that's really nice. And have you been doing that for a long time? Have you been doing that for a long time?
I've been doing it for about 3 years, 3.5 years.
Oh, okay.
And I run some workshops here in the printers. So at the moment, during the pandemic, I was doing online workshops. What's going on? During the pandemic, I was doing online workshops, but I now do them inside. And they could go online again, so all of these can be done online. I'll send you a craft box in the post, and you do a
Okay,
workshop over Zoom.
that's nice. And so during the pandemic, you were doing that online? During the
I was
pandemic?
doing them online, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So most of these workshops are online workshops.
Very nice items.
Thank you.
So where did you learn to do that? Did you learn
In South Africa.
South Africa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cape Town. I went down to Cape Town, did a little class there with a friend, and decided I really liked this.
So you
craft.
went all the way to South Africa to
Well,
do
my family's there, so I went
Okay.
to visit, and then
Oh, so you
and
stayed.
then did a little class, and then decided to come here and teach. But it was difficult. I was bringing the pewter back and the tools back and everything back. Every time I went back, I'd bring some more. But now it's available here. Not readily available, but you can get it here.
Okay. That's really nice.
It's really nice.
Nice story.
So like, when you did the course, how long would it take you to like actually learn how to do these stuff?
This is a 3.5-hour class.
Okay.
So this, you do the front and the back of the book and the pen. It's 3.5 hours. That's also 3.5 hours. You do this in a bookmark.
Okay.
And then this is a full day workshop from about 10 till about 4:30.
Okay.
You do the box, and then the inside of the box you cover in fabric.
Okay.
So that's a full day. And then you'll be able to do it, and then it's just practice after that.
Okay.
Are you interested?
Yeah, I'll be interested.
Leaflets, and then you come and have a look.
Thank you.
I run them in the evenings at the moment, but I can do it in the daytime. If you need daytime classes, then I'll do that.
Okay.
So I'm very flexible. Not everybody books onto the classes. I'm not marketing them a lot at the moment. So when you want,
Okay.
I'm here most of the time.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Melanie.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do you have the card?
Yeah.
I'm doing like a video on the gap on the exhibition.
I'm not sure that this would be relevant to it. This is teaching very young children
Okay.
working in wood and metal as part of their development, not part of their future careers,
Okay.
but part of neuromuscular and hand-eye coordination development. You give them a chance to do it, which the modern culture denies them. In favour of the sort of trash they dial up on these things. And of course there's nothing glitzy about it, it just says what we do.
Yeah. But it's interesting to do. No?
This is our extension to Montessori.
Okay.
This goes beyond clipping clothes pegs on
See you now.
baskets.
Bye-bye.
But other than that, there's nothing much visually entertaining in it.
I like that. I like this. Nice
This
house.
is our architectural model on the year 2 and 3 project on the use of marine containers for making buildings with.
Okay.
And so they make, by putting interiors in some sections of them, you have instant accommodation and instant security on a greenfield site. And then you build the rest of it because you've got all the stuff there. Otherwise you have to leave it and it gets nicked, like happened on our Spanish site. So that's why containers are useful. And that's why they did it in their little project book. And why they had to do the plan and translate it into Spanish.
Wow. Okay.
This is a model by a 6-year-old.
Ooh.
This is normally what a 6-year-old would, how a 6-year-old would do a house. So I said, why? If you want to make it, you've got to do what architects do. That's
A
a floor plan. So she did the floor plan. So you got lounge kitchen, through lounge, hallway with staircase. But she wanted upstairs, that's why she's got the staircase. So if you take the roof off, you've got upstairs.
Wow. And 6 years old.
This is a straight model of a 3-bedroomed house. So it's got the bathroom and everything, and the roof attaches and detaches. To see a house with 3 bedrooms like that might be £500,000 worth. But there is nobody else in her school of her age or at the end age of the school did anything like it. So she must have got something out of it.
Mm-hmm. So what's your name?
Richard.
Richard. Okay.
And of course this is just a red herring.
Okay.
This of course is architecture that we did in the French house.
Okay.
So the children had to be able to know the French words for everything. This is an 8-year-old's work. And these are 1/32 scale models of the little workbenches we have in the workshop round the corner. Which if you want to see it, you're very welcome.
Okay.
This is where they do these things.
I see.
As you see, they have trash to work with, but it's very trendy nowadays to produce good stuff out of trash. I think it's called upcycling. This is where the crash area where the little ones play. This is our 2-year-olds' workplaces, where they do what they'd normally do at home. Drill holes in things, knock nails in things, and saw things. And of course at home that would be the furniture. This is the materials store. These are the machines where they shape the wood and metal. This is a vertical milling machine which is designed for metal, but with the right cutters in you can use wood or plastics with it. And children as young as 3 have used it.
Ooh.
This is our primitive pillar driller. It's much cheaper than buying one. This is our metal turning lathe. But even now, on Wednesdays, we have a 2-year-old using that to make alloy wheels for her toy car, which she's also making in wood. But of course we treat this as a Montessori thing, not training her to be a lathe operative. This is a sort of area where we do electronic and jewellery soldering and electric fret saw. This is a primitive sanding machine which speeds some processes up, and this is our girder drilling machine. It's one of our own. We normally be used with cutters like that to drill holes in steel girders to bolt together. So what use would we have for it? Well, the children make cars and they like their cars to have wheels. So we make wheels with it. This is our pyrography station where children write with fire. They can write their name with fire, or they can draw a picture with fire. We've had children using all sorts of alphabets, including Chinese and Russian. This is where we smelt metal. The child makes the pattern, we smelt the metal, and I tip the metal into the mould, into the sand mould, because to the child it's sand play. This is where they do wood turning, the very small ones, and this is where the ones that are interested learn to do welding, MIG, TIG and stick. These are children doing typical exercises, the Montessori type exercises, that one of which you saw out there. And there they are using the machines. And these are the drawings we made from the design project. And those are some of the children that worked at it. You'll have lots of people saying how dangerous this is, but of course there's nothing in here that's more dangerous than what's in the children's houses. Cleaning fluids are dangerous, and they're under the sink. If they swallow a button battery, that's a death sentence. So, of course, one thing we don't like, when children say they want to make metal swords and things, no thank you, they're classed as offensive weapons in metal. You can make them in wood, because children have been doing that for about 5,000 years, but in metal, go somewhere else and do it. This is a little organ that the children can make a noise on. As you see, it's primitive, but it works.
Yeah, it's interesting. Thank you for the tour, the guided tour.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
When it comes to how long I've been doing this, the answer is only about 35 years.
It's fresh now. Hello. This is a display of Sundragon Community Pottery. They offer pottery courses, workshops, and membership for all ages and ability.
Throw them on the wheel, and then pick these wheels, and then you make a handle, add it on, and then you've got a cut. And you can either decorate it like these dip glazes, so someone will have dipped it in either way. Or you can, we've got these really nice paint-on glazes, which I can show you.
Yeah, but I'm going to move all these, the ones down here over to this side.
This young man and this young lady have just come here and he wants to learn how to throw and make cups.
Right.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I would love to. Because I do sell cups, but I buy them.
You sell cups?
Yeah, but I don't actually make the ceramic. I don't make the ceramic myself.
Right.
So it'd be lovely to actually know how to make it myself.
Yeah, well, no problem.